statement from Coach and then questions.
Yeah, no, great job by them. I thought that we got out-coached, to be honest, in the last 6 minutes there. Just ball got stuck a little bit. We weren't throwing the ball inside, which was our advantage. And then he did a great job, or they did a great job on just picking on a couple matches, ran the same straight play over and over again, and we couldn't guard it. So credit to them. Good contest. Proud of the guys. Show up on the road for the first time and be ready to roll without Nutter, who was banged up. So we start making shots, we'll be all right. But good competition out there.
Coach, it was kind of a lot of mistakes for both teams with about 4 minutes left, stuck at 64-60. What allowed them to break through and held you guys back?
Yeah, I just think C.J. Anthony. I mean, it was him. He took over the game, and we couldn't get Day back. They did a great job denying him. We're trying to get the ball to him, and then we tried to have him initiate because he made a little run that gave us the lead, the 6-point lead there, I believe, for a little bit. So credit to them. C.J. Anthony really did the job. And again, I just thought that a couple things could have done differently. Needed to throw the ball inside there a little more, and we didn't.
Yeah, you mentioned Day. You took him out right before that stretch. Coming back into that, do you think it kind of struggled to recapture that rhythm?
I don't know, we had put him back in. It was like, yeah, it was 64-58, 64-60, and I was kind of waiting because I knew he played nearly 20 minutes in the first half, and I was just trying to get him a blow, and he actually asked for a sub. And so was just trying to get him and Christian to a place, and I knew from watching Iona how well conditioned they are. They had more balanced minutes in the first half, and they were going to have a little more, so I wanted to make sure. But yeah, once we got him back, couldn't quite capture that same rhythm that he was in.
Mike, not to find a moral victory, but after the NJIT game, close win over Wagner, and then this game tonight, how much would you say you've grown since that game last week?
There's been growth for sure, but no moral victories, and I just kind of went in there and made sure they understood that. That's not, we have to start to win these games and regionally establish ourselves. The whole thing for me, especially this first year, a couple things. Culture is number one, but relevancy. We got to put Fordham on the map. Make sure that we were relevant. But yes, I went in there, and it was on me. I got out coached by my boy Dan. I hate him. Stuff's happening out there that we've talked about, for like on a couch with some, beers and wine, and so it's just funny that he knows the way I do things, and I know the way he do things, and we kind of some plays that he got, like backdoor plays or stuff I learned from him, and we got one that I learned from him. It was pretty cool. But yeah, no, I mean, the guys came to compete on the road for the first time, and I told the guys couldn't be prouder, and I really think that Jarrell got me. He outcoached me the last 5-6 minutes, I thought.
Coach, I know they brought a lot of size, especially off the bench, and you guys being without Jack as well as Zariq, who can help on the boards, but you guys had a pretty significant advantage on the glass. I know it's like you said, no more victories, but how you feel like you were able to maintain that advantage, and how do you feel like that could play forward throughout the rest of the season? Yeah,
I think that's where the balance of like having great penetrators and playmakers like Christian and Day, but I think that the offensive coaches and myself are kicking ourselves because we didn't take advantage. Like Rikus went 4 for 11 in the first half, and I thought they were all great looks, and then he had 2 shots in the second half, and we got away from that. And we had the size advantage. We talked about it. We're like per KenPom, we're top 150 in size, and they're like 250. We really wanted to take it. So rebounding, good, great job on the glass, but that's where we should have. They started to do a good job on the perimeter, and we should have just started pounding it inside a little bit, gone inside out in that way.
Obviously didn't go your way, but to be able to play in a rivalry game, first time in 20 years in this venue, packed gym, what does that kind of mean for what you want to do with this program and obviously with Dan and Kevin in the city?
Yeah. Saw Kevin's game last night, so I was happy for him. But yeah, it's just exciting. I wanted that for us to have that environment, and we did lay an egg in the first game, NJIT, and so just like we're looking forward to this. When I saw the Hofstra crowd, and I was fully expecting a crowd like this, and once they asked us to wear white jerseys, I'm like, they got some sort of blackout thing. Drew Sandbag got me to take this date somehow. No, it was awesome, and we need that. We need to see who's going to step up in those moments. And I thought everybody, again, these games can go either way. Wagner could have gone either way. You have to understand. And then you look at the contributors, and again, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 9 guys contributed in some way, shape, or form. That's all good. That's all good. That's going to help It's going to help Roar. It's going to help Pettis. It's going to help Abbas Barja. And then, you know, Louis did that's 2 decent games out of him. So, and then now you're seeing Christian Henry really rise to the occasion, and he should just keep getting better.
You mentioned Zarik out. When can we expect to see him back?
I don't know, never. I'm always at the mercy of them, but hopefully soon.
What's the injury?
You know, to be honest, they said that there's somewhere in the middle area. Kind of, you saw him in the last game. Kind of touch it, and those muscle tissue things. I'm not sure, but hopefully sooner than later.
It was a very close game, essentially the entire time. Towards the very end, with a few minutes left, Iona pulled away a little bit. What exactly do you feel like could have been done differently to kind of take that lead back?
That's what I did before I came up here, just talking to the staff, trying to figure it out. You know, they just picked on our switch. You know, we switched certain matchups, certain positions, and he picked on it, and over and over and over again. And CJ Anthony is a big, strong dude, even though he's not the tallest guy. So once he gets his shoulder into you, so we needed to kind of stay with our matchup there somehow. I would say that's number one. Maybe even, you know, trap it, getting away from the basket, something different. They got the same look they wanted, and very NBA-like. Giroux just kept going to it over and over and over again. It's very much like you'd see in the NBA, and like, yeah, they don't run a ton of stuff. It's not that complicated. You know, a lot of other teams are going over like 16 plays. Like, it's just very simple stuff, but very effective. They know exactly where their roles are, where their spacing is. Again, all stuff that we've talked about, stuff I've even learned from him myself.
Generally, you spoke about like wasting attitude in New York City and just, you know, New York City basketball, which you know touched upon already earlier. Just speak about the intensity of the game, how you feel like your guys match the intensity of the team, you know, obviously of Iona, and just how you feel like that kind of, you know, portray yourself moving forward.
Yeah, great sign. You know, this was a team. Iona went up 20-2 against Hofstra, and that's a good team, Hofstra, and we came out and went up 15-5. You know, so we came out with the right intensity, right mindset. That was the thing after the first game, just making sure that we have the right attacking mindset. You're gonna see it as guys get comfortable, but like no excuses, because, you know, as I say, like Dan just did it. He's doing the same thing I did, Giroux. Like, we both put teams together real quick, and it's like, and their chemistry's flowing, and they're very empowered right now. That's where I'm so Dan's making it look easy. But I wanted to put tension in the game. They haven't felt tension yet. You know, I was thinking my first 3 games as head coach were 3 straight blowouts: University of Washington, Arizona, Denver, and I was like, I wanted to put tension in Dan's life a little bit, and I was glad that we were able to, and obviously definitely trying to win this game. You know, Iona is obviously there's Atlantic 10 different conferences, but Iona is absolutely a program that we aspire to be. That's the tradition of winning, and just, you know, what Tim Clues did, and very familiar with it. And obviously Coach Patino, and I think Giroux's going to do a great job. But very exciting game, and it was awesome to be a part of. Wish we came out on top.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.